A routine trip to a store quickly turns into a tense confrontation when an off-duty officer approaches two individuals in a parking area and demands identification. Without clearly stating a lawful reason, the interaction escalates as the officer insists on compliance, while the individuals question his authority and requests his name, and a supervisor. What begins as a simple exit from the store becomes a standoff defined by conflicting claims of suspicion and rights the officer attempts to assert. Control by issuing repeated commands and threatening further action while the individuals refuse to comply without justification and stand firm on their understanding of legal limits. Both sides remain locked in a dispute that highlights how quickly uncertainty over authority and communication can turn an everyday moment into a high-tension encounter driven by mistrust escalation and competing interpretations of lawful conduct.
For what?
Because I told you to.
You haven't have a reason, sir. You didn't pull me over. But you didn't pull me over.
Get the license out, or I'll hit for a backup and I'll take you out of the car.
Get your driver's license. Call your supervisor, sir.
Get your driver's license out right now.
Call your supervisor.
Please call your supervisor. Because you're not pulling me over, neither.
You get your driver's license out right now. Show me ID.
Call your supervisor.
What do you need my ID for, sir?
Well, because you want to run your mouth to me.
No, because you was looking at my license plate. For what?
Exactly.
For what?
You don't have the right to run this.
I got my rights to do anything I want to do. I'm a police officer.
You can't run
that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything.
I'll pull you over and I'll tow your car.
You can't tow my car. You're not pulling me over. You're not pulling me over.
Get your driver's license.
What is your badge number, sir?
Right there it is.
What's your name?
Can you read it to me?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Read your badge number and your name.
Get your driver's license.
Read your badge. I'm asking you. You can't lock me up. You can't lock me up.
Control Tom 3315.
We're asking you to call a supervisor, sir.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we're not getting the supervisor.
To the supervisor.
I don't mind showing you my driver's license.
Show me your driver's
what is your reason that you're asking?
Because.
Why?
Because you're acting suspicious.
About what? We was in there shopping.
I said, show me your driver's license.
What is the suspicion, sir?
Get your driver's license out.
You can't
Just
state
show
the
me your
suspicion.
driver's license. That's all I want to see.
You're not explaining to me. You didn't pull me over. You jumped out your car and asked me, did I want to?
Investigation.
What are you investigating? You just see me in there shopping. I paid for everything that I bought.
Get your driver's license out.
Sir,
show me your driver's license. If you don't got no warrants or nothing, you're gone. I don't have no problem.
What is the reason that you're stopping me?
I'm not going to argue with you no more.
I'm not arguing. I'm trying to understand something.
The other car gets you, I'm going to take both of you out, and I'm going to tow your car.
Can you give me your name?
Your failure to identify.
I'm not. You have no reason. You have no reason to pull me over.
Show me your driver's
You didn't even pull. You're not even behind me. You jumped out the car and told me to stop.
You stopped right here.
We weren't in traffic, sir. We were pulling out of a parking spot.
Or I'm going to tow your car.
You're not going to tow anything.
The car, sir.
You're not going to tow a car.
Step it up.
Call 911.
I am.
On my phone.
Come on, because we're following
your driver's license and you can go.
We asked for a supervisor. You did not understand.
I'm not going to get a supervisor.
I'm asking for your name.
Off-duty employment.
You're off duty?
Exactly. Off-duty employment.
If you're off duty, then why are you stopping people?
I'm stopping you because you're suspicious.
Why are we suspicious?
Well, what'd you come back around for?
Because I want to know
No, you jumped out of the car on us because we looked at you.
Because I don't know what you guys are doing. Now show me your
You don't know what we're doing? You just seen us shopping.
Show me your driver's license.
You don't look. You see all these bags in the back of the car? We just came out of the store seeing you, so you know what we're doing.
Driver's license. Just show them to me. And if your driver's license check out, I'm gonna let it go.
Oh, it's not gonna be let go.
I don't care what.
Sir, what is your name?
Threaten me. Are you threatening me?
It's not going to be let go.
Are you going to threaten me? Are you crazy?
Why you got your hand in here?
You going to threaten a police officer?
Why you got your hand on the window? I'm not scared of you. I'm not worried about you.
I'm not worried about you either.
We ain't broke no laws.
Get your driver's license out right now.
We have not broke no laws.
Sir, can you give me your name?
Get your driver's license out.
Can you identify yourself?
Get your driver's license out.
Can you identify yourself?
Get your driver's license out.
Can you identify yourself, sir?
You see who I am. You see my badge.
What's your name?
What is your name?
Get your driver's
What is your name, sir?
Control Tom 3315.
What is your name, sir? That's all we asking you is your name.
Ma'am, can you send
Well, if you ain't pull us over, you don't need to see no license.
You jumped out and stopped me.
No, I said, show me your driver's license.
You jumped out and stopped me.
I said, show me your ID.
You jumped out and stopped me,
I'm
sir.
gonna argue with you.
It's not an argument.
Okay, we just had. It's just one question. What was the reason for you jumping out on us?
Suspicious behavior.
What? Like what?
Exactly.
What was the suspicious behavior?
Exactly.
Buying a bunch of shoes at
you guys
Nordstrom.
are coming back around to look at me.
No, you jumped out the car. You jumped out the car first. You jumped out the car first. That's why we came back.
Get your driver's license out. It's the last time I'm going to tell you.
Cause you ain't got to do nothing. He can't even pull you over out there. He can't pull you over.
Get your driver's license.
Let's go, cuz.
We're gonna wait for backup, sir.
Yeah, we wait.
Authority over you, or
You don't have no authority over
not me. Not me.
Asking, we want
Your supervisor.
Authority over me.
Your
Who's your supervisor?
I don't have a supervisor out.
Oh, you're a self-contracted civil servant. Is that what you're saying?
I don't answer questions to you. We'll wait.
You don't even answer what your name is, officer?
Nope.
You can't even tell us that?
Nope.
Are you really an officer of the law?
Yep.
We don't have any proof that you are.
Well, that's
because you have a shirt that says
your driver's license out.
What is your proof that you're even legal to pull?
Shut up.
What is
Why
your
don't
proof?
you shut up? I'm not talking to you.
What is your proof? I'm being calm. You don't have to yell and spit in the car.
Yeah, I do.
Now you're spitting bodily fluids on us.
Yeah. There you go.
You
better get your driver's license out.
That's all right, officer. He just seen
I'm a loyal
us
customer here. I shop here all the time. The thing is, he asked for my license. For what reason?
That's all we asked him, officer. That's all we asked him. What infraction or what crime do you suspect us of committing? And then we asked him for a supervisor. He said you're not getting a supervisor.
Hang tight for me for just 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Yes, gentlemen.
Officer. Okay, so when we first came in here, right? So he comes here all the time.
Sure.
I'm his cousin.
Okay.
Okay. So we came in here. He bought some things for his daughter. We bought a few pair of shoes. The girl at the counter knows him well. They had a nice conversation. But the whole time, this guy is standing in there staring at us, right?
Okay.
And I don't want to be the first one to say he profiling us or whatever, you know, or whatever. But it is what it is.
Sure.
So I go back in there. I take the little carts back in there. I'm like, cuz, this security's really beaming on us for some reason. So I take the carts back in, and the girl, we had left one of the bags. So she's like, I'm glad y'all came back because you left a bag. So we grabbed the bag. When I come out, we fire up a cigarette. We loading everything up. And this dude is just staring at us. Then he pulls his notebook out. Mind you, he was in the store the whole time until we came out.
Okay.
So when we first got here, he had pulled up beside us. So we basically got here at the same time. So when we come out, he comes out.
Sure.
Gets in his car, right? So once he gets in his car, I'm like, it's obvious that, I said, cuz he's probably gonna try to run your plate. We ain't worried about him running the plate. But the point is, ain't nobody dumb, man. You gotta have some type of reason for running the plate. You're
not necessarily. We can run plates for any reason.
Okay,
or no reason
okay.
at
We'll
all.
say
what he
this.
does have to have is he have to have what's called reasonable suspicion in order to make a stop on you. He has to have some sort of reasonable suspicion that a crime has been committed.
Correct.
And at that point, you know, that's why I asked him what suspicion do you have to stop him.
And I heard you asking him that. And my thing was, you just seen us buying these items. And that's why when he was explaining to you, you was like, well, loss prevention said they stole some stuff?
Right.
No, that's not what happened. You just seen us buy this stuff, load it in our car. What is making us suspicious? Then he said,
that's why I asked him that question.
When we asked him to identify himself, is he supposed to identify himself?
We just asked him his name. What's your name, officer? He was like, I don't gotta tell you my name and blah, blah, blah. Well, can we see your supervisor?
He's supposed to identify himself as a law enforcement officer. So,
Right.
I mean, he could say, I'm with Marion County Sheriff's Department. Okay.
Yeah. And then he said something about he's off duty, something.
Yeah.
I said, cuz he can't even, cause does he have the power to even pull people over on the street? We're still in
If he's a Marion County Sheriff's deputy, then yeah.
Okay, that's cool, but we're still in the
If somebody's
parking lot.
committed a traffic infraction, yeah.
We're still in the parking lot, man.
Yeah.
And
You can still commit traffic infractions in a parking lot, but the question is what infraction was committed to justify a stop. As far as I'm concerned, there was no traffic infraction, so there's no reason to stop the vehicle.
So can you give us his name?
I don't know his name.
He won't give us the name.
Okay.
So we want to file a complaint.
Okay.
And I know he's Lawrence. And that's what I was like. I know y'all ain't got time for this foolishness.
Is he Lawrence or is he? I don't.
It said Lawrence on. Yeah, it said Lawrence Township.
Okay.
Something.
So that'll be something that you'll have to take up.
We'll get with the
Lawrence Sheriff's Department.
Yeah.
If that's the case, because honestly I don't know who he is. I've never seen him before.
He was aggressive too, man. Like he was just like when you was talking to him, you see how he was stumbling. He couldn't really explain why we're suspicious.
Sure.
Why are we suspicious?
So how can we get his information? Because he won't give it to us.
We can get it from the store, maybe.
I mean, you can. I don't know if you can get it from the store. You can call Lawrence
and just ask them who you had on this location.
Who was working at the Nordstrom rack at this time on this date. They might be able to give you that information.
Because we definitely want to file a complaint.
If you don't get his name, you can at least give a description of him.
I got him on video.
You can say, this officer, he looked like this. He was driving an unmarked vehicle at this location, this date, this time. They might be able to figure that out.
Look at the car they gave him. That's how much they care about him. It's rusted.
Look at the car they give me. I got a hole in my fender about the size of my hand I can stick through from the rust going out there. That's a 2008 with 188,000 miles on it. I call her barely faithful.
Yeah.
So
well, we appreciate you being civil with us and trying to really figure out what really was going on. Because look.
Well, the only way for me to figure out what's going on is ask questions.
Right.
I don't know what's going on.
Right. And I know y'all know. I know IMPD. I know y'all got bigger and better things to do than come up here for some rogue security officer, man. But he made our experience so bad, man, and it was unnecessary. And he just But I would
It says there's no reason for a traffic stop at this point.
Right.
So there's no legal requirement for you to identify yourself to an officer at that point. So if you don't want to give him ID, then you don't have to give him ID at that point.
And we tried to be calm and talk to him like that, and he just, I don't have to tell you anything. Leaning in the car, spitting all in the car. He's just, I don't know if he's having a bad day. His wife left him. I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine.
But hey, man, I appreciate you, boss.
As far as I'm concerned, you guys are good to go.
Yes, sir.
Take care, all right?
Appreciate it.
A parking lot encounter escalates into a heated dispute as an off-duty officer confronts two individuals and demands identification. While clearly explaining the reason for the stop, the situation intensifies as questions about authority identification and supervision go unanswered, leading to frustration. On both sides, the individuals challenge the officer's right to detain or question them, while the officer maintains control, calls for backup, and refuses to provide personal details. What follows is a breakdown in communication that shifts into a broader discussion among bystanders about reasonable suspicion, lawful stops, and officer accountability. The incident ultimately highlights how quickly a lack of clear explanation and mutual trust can turn a simple interaction into a prolonged conflict centered on authority perception and the limits of enforcement in public spaces.
We're trying to be peaceful, and here you are harassing us for some reason.
So I'm not harassing.
You are.
I'm pulling up here because Sean here has 3 warrants for his arrest, $500 a piece.
Where's the warrants at?
They're on my computer.
Well, can we see a copy of them, please?
I'll give them to him when we get done.
What do I got 3 warrants for?
You feel threatened?
Yes.
What do I got 3 warrants
you was
for?
aggressive at court one day, so like.
What do I got 3? Wait, hold on. I got 3 warrants from the fraud of Fulbright where he says that you filed a complaint when you know for a fact it was a notice to appear. So now you're here to commit kidnapping against me, abuse of law and legal process. You know for a fact there was no complaint filed. It was filed by notice to appear.
Get back.
Sean,
so now you're
3 warrants for your arrest.
Yes, based off of you and Fulbright's fraud. I would like the sheriff here.
So my sergeant's right over here.
Well, I'd like him up here.
Okay.
And I'd like the sheriff here too, because I recently just filed a habeas corpus based off of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So the sergeant's right there. Would you like to talk to him?
Might as well get out, because.
You can roll up the window, man. I don't have to talk to you. All right.
All right. So this man right here tells me that I have 3 warrants based off of a fraud that him and Fulbright committed in court. So this is kidnapping is what this is now. I also have a habeas corpus that's been filed both in Missoula and served on Greg Chilcott, because he's the only gentleman that's been in the office this week that's based off of this same issue. So I'm telling you right now, this is an act of kidnapping.
Okay, well, no, I never really worked, so that
It's abuse of law and legal process. This man knows for a fact, and what it is Fulbright claimed that these 3 charges originated with the complaint when they originated with the notice to appear.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about with that, but
well, he does.
You have 3 active warrants, so we're
based off of his and Fulbright's fraud. All right.
Where do you want your phone?
You can give it to my crewmate at the moment. Hey, you want to call my mom? Have her post my bail? He knows that there was no complaint.
So, how long are we going to carry on this charade game here with y'all harassing my roommate? I'm not obstructing nothing. I'm within the 6 feet. I know my rights. I ain't done shit wrong. Yeah, can I get his money and stuff? All right, sir. Mr. Gassip, you don't have to be so aggressive. You know that, right? Nobody's here to hurt you. I can see it in your face, the way your nostrils flare, you know. Okay. You serve the people.
Routine encounter outside a public setting unfolds into a tense exchange as officers approach an individual claiming outstanding warrants and begin explaining the basis of the stop, while the individual immediately challenges the legitimacy of the warrants and questions the legal process behind them. The situation escalates into a back and forth over authority documentation and constitutional rights as the individual demands proof, requests a supervisor, and invokes legal concepts like habeas corpus. While asserting the interaction is unlawful, what begins as an attempted arrest or detention becomes a prolonged confrontation centered on due process evidence and communication as officers maintain their position and the individual resists compliance, insisting on transparency and accountability. Ultimately, the encounter highlights how disputes over warrants and procedure can quickly intensify when trust breaks down, and both sides rely on competing interpretations of law, authority, and personal rights in real time.